Hey guys! Welcome to part 2 of this very long Kindle haul. I guess I will just go ahead and get right into the last half of this. And yeah, okay, this next book I am really excited for. I feel like everyone has been talking about this here lately, and that is none other than 10 by Gretchen McNill. And I know a lot of people have read this more in October around Halloween, but if I want a good, scary thriller story, I will read that any time of the year. So, basically, if you're not already familiar with this one, too, it's about these 10 teenagers that go away to this island for a party, and while they're there, there's, some psycho killer, and he's trying to kill them, and it just, what doesn't sound good about that? I love me a good thriller book, so I have high hopes for that, and I really hope I end up liking it. Okay, this next book, I fell in love with the whole summary and the plot of this, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this yet, so I'm really excited. I love it when I can find a book that I really like, and I haven't seen too many reviews on it, so then I kind of go into it not with any expectations, but just kind of, I could form my own opinion on it, and I don't have anything else going on in my head, and I actually think I really will enjoy this book, so I hope I do. And it's called Brightest Kind of Darkness by P.T. Michelle, and it looks like this. And what this book is about is, it's this girl who can see basically what's going to happen the next day before it does, and from events that happened in her past, she refuses to try and change fate, but she has this vision one day that she can't ignore, and she saves her high school from getting blown up, basically, and with that came consequences. After she saves it, her visions, she can't see into the future as much, is starting to fade, and also the students of this high school are starting to get injured at a very frequent rate, and it's starting to kind of freak her out. So, and it just, that sounds really good to me, and she's trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening, and it's what doesn't sound good about that? So I'm really excited to read that. It's probably going to be one of the very first books I read on here because I'm just so captivated by the synopsis of that. The next book I got is called The Truth About Faking by Lee T. Moore. I think that's how you say it. I'm awful trying to pronounce names, so I apologize. But this book is about, this one's a hard one to summarize. So basically this guy, so you have a guy over here who likes this girl, but this girl likes this other guy, and that other guy is trying to get over his ex-girlfriend. So the first two decide to kind of fake date, I'm guessing as a way to get this other guy's attention for her, and obviously that's going to throw in some complications because there's going to be feelings there. So it just sounded like a fun little read, and just that whole idea sounds really funny, and the cover's really cute. Not that I just solely bought it on the cover. It was only $2, so why not? This next book I got, I'm pretty excited for this one as well, as I am with pretty much all of these. But this one is called Word and Breath by Susanna Noel. Woo! And it looks like that. And basically this is about this girl, I'm guessing is someone in her family must be working with the government, because it mentions that she spends her time studying and trying not to break the rules in this government office, and while this happens, her sister is kidnapped, and these people are out to try and get her. So they send this guy to come and protect her, and it's someone from her past, and I'm guessing it was like a best friend, and I think he left her without saying anything, and she's kind of holding that against him, and is still kind of hurt from that. And at the same time, the bad people send what they call these soul breathers out, and they send one of them to her to try and get her secrets, and he's hired to deceive and basically do anything, and what did it mention? I wrote this all down. Deceive and betray her. There we go. And yeah, it sounds really good, and she ends up kind of falling for both. Like most of these, I'm sure there's going to be a love triangle. It's pretty much hard to avoid because everyone writes about love triangles. So hopefully this one isn't a horrible love triangle, because it's starting to get annoying when there's just so much of it going on. Alright, and this next book I saw a while ago, and it just sounds like a very cute read, and it reminds me greatly of Megan Mead's Guide to the McGowan Boys, and that is Flat Out Love by Jessica Park. Now, the synopsis on this one was kind of confusing. I mean, I kind of get the gist of what it's about, but I'll tell you what I'm confused about. So, it mentions that she flat out loves this boy, but she has a crush on another, and it mentions that she lives with this family, and one of the boys is who she has a crush on or she's in love with. So I'm kind of confused if she's in love with someone else and falls for one of the brothers, or if it's two of the brothers that she ends up liking. And I'm a little confused with that. I'll have to let you guys know when I read this. But it didn't really clarify that. If you've read it, let me know, but I don't think a lot of people have read this. I think it's a newer book out too, so that doesn't help. And coincidentally enough, it mentions one of the guys that she falls for. His name is Finn, which, if you read Megan Mead's Guide to the McGowan Boys, the boy in there that she falls for, his name is Finn. So I'm hoping it's not like a copycat book. That would be sad. And then this next book, there's a kind of a new genre. If you're not aware of this, I don't know what to tell you. A lot of people have been raving about this, and I'm also loving this genre, and it's new adult. And I think why I like it so much is, as much as I love young adult, sometimes they'll put things in there where the main character is in junior high, or they're a lot younger than me, and it's kind of hard to relate. I mean, as much as I love reading about it, it is kind of a little weird when they're still going through those issues, and you're like, that's nice, but I'm a little bit older than that, and it's nice to read about someone that's your own age. So when I read these new adult books, these are all people that are my age, and it's really cool. So this one falls under that category, and it is called The Perfect Game by J. Sterling, and it looks like this. This one has been popping up on Amazon quite a bit. Like, everywhere I've gone, this book has popped up. So I decided to just cave in and buy it. I think this one was $4 for the Kindle. Basically, if you're not, also, I've noticed a trend in this new adult genre. It's a lot of more real-world issues, and I think I really like that because, I don't know, it just adds some more depth to it. And this one, it had a pretty brief, simple synopsis. This guy at a college is like the star baseball player, and he's trying to win over this girl's attention, and she wants nothing to do with him, and she's trying her best to avoid him. So as she's avoiding him and he's trying to get her attention, obviously something's going to mix, and there's going to be feelings. So it sounded really fun and cute, and I'm going to give that one a shot, and I really hope I like it. And then the next book I got is called Smart Girls Get What They Want by Sarah Strohmeyer. And it looks like this. I think this one's a free download, if I remember right. Or it was. But I don't think it is anymore. Basically what I got from this, it's like these pack of really smart girls who are kind of labeled as the nerds, kind of make a little pact to step out of their shell and go for, aim for a goal that they want to achieve, and they all set out to do this. It just sounds like a fun, kind of get out of your shell type thing, because I could relate to that. In high school, I was totally that girl that was really scared to just go out there and put myself out there and do these crazy things. So reading about it just sounds like a funny idea. And this next book that I got, I've had my eye on for a little bit. I've kind of wanted to check out this series, and it is called Between the Lines by Tamara Weber. And it looks like that. And basically what this one is about is, I think from the sounds of it, it switches between three characters. So you have the main guy. Basically it all revolves around this movie that's being filmed. And you have the lead actor who is in all these big starring films, and he's a hot shot. And you have the lead girl who finally had her big shot has this big shot with this movie. She's only done little commercials, and she's really excited for this. And then there's another guy who, I'm not sure how he got his way into it. I think he had a connection and got him in. And both of these guys end up falling for this girl, and I just think that this is going to be brilliant. I don't know, I'm just really excited for this because it bounces from other perspectives. So you can read, between the two guys, what they're trying to do to, win her over from the other guy. I love the idea of that, so we'll see how that goes. I'm really excited. I really want to read this. I want to read all of these just right now. I wish I could read all of these at once. I'm so excited. another book that I got also by Tamara Weber has been very popular and coming up with the booktube community, and that is Easy. And this one has been really, really hyped up, so I really hope that I like this. I'm not too, I kind of get a general idea. It's got the real world issues, but basically I think it's about this girl who is somehow attacked, and she loses trust in people, so, this guy is trying to help her get through these hard times. I don't know, something around those lines. I'm really, out of blur with this synopsis, but so many people have read and have absolutely loved this book, so I figured I need to give this a shot because I don't think I've heard a negative review on it yet, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, and drumroll for the very last book that I got, and that is called Fall from Grace by Christine Zolens. I hope I said that right. I really do. I love that cover. I don't know. It's simple and pretty. I don't know. But for some reason, I kept staring at, I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if you can really tell. If you can, look this up, her hands look a lot bigger than they should be. I don't know. I'm just, at first I thought that they're a guy's hands, but I'm no, the nails are definitely a girl's. I don't know why I noticed these things, but anywho, I'm putting too much thought into that. This one's basically about the main girl's brother dies, and she goes away to grieve, and when she moves back, she starts hanging out with her old best friend. She finds that her best friend now has this new boyfriend, and he has a best friend that her best friend is linking her up with. And when she meets him, he's the exact opposite of what she's been looking for. He's got this total bad boy rep. So it sounds like a fun, I don't know, fun. It kind of seems like a serious book, but I don't know. I've been really into these real world type things where you could relate more so than the paranormal. As much as I love my paranormal books, I do have to take a step back into reality for a second, so my head doesn't fly out too much. So yeah, I am really excited about all these books, like I said, and I hope I end up liking them. And I'm really glad that I decided to go ahead and cave and get ebooks because I thought I was never going to, and now that I've gotten them, I'm really excited for this, you guys. So let me know if you've read any of these. I know a lot of you have read Obsidian and Easy and Unearthly. There's some really big ones in there, but there's also a lot that I've never heard of until I saw it on Amazon and I've read the synopsis. And I get the feeling that, because some of these you can only get with the Kindle, or the Kindle app I have, and I'm thinking that, I don't know if it's because they're just kind of newer authors trying to get themselves out there, so it's not published yet, but I mean, everyone gets their shot, so I really hope I end up liking these books. I'm so excited, you guys, and I can't wait to just dive in. And I'm sure this video is long enough, so I'm just going to cut it right now.